Welcome back to Temporal Directive, the Star Trek fan podcast, rewatching the entire franchise in chronological order. I'm Gary.
And I'm Tom.
And this week we're watching Star Trek Enterprise's Hatchery. Star Trek, the ultimate franchise. These are the podcasts of the Wakefield brothers. Their 16-year mission to watch every production, to seek out life lessons and new inspirations, to boldly watch like most fans have watched before. Hello, Thomas.
Howdy, howdy.
I think I do that longer every episode. That's why I extended it. How's your week been?
Interesting. It's been an interesting week.
Yeah, you've had a bit on this week.
Yeah, I've had a couple of things going on. I had my tooth ripped out of my face.
Nice. Nice.
And I say it like that because I wasn't expecting it to be done like that.
Yep. Just some numbing
Yep.
needles and a couple of pliers and away you go.
And that's it. And they literally rip it out of your face. It's really disturbing.
And $500 later.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And unlike other places like America and probably other countries where they use that happy gas to like put you mostly out, we don't have that.
Nope.
It's literally just a little bit of an injection to numb it a little bit and then go at it for half an hour. It literally took him 30 minutes of back and forth, wiggling the tooth really firm, like hard, and yank as hard as he can to try and get it out of my jaw. Not pleasant.
No. I've had an extraction or two in my life.
Did they hold your head and everything? That's what they did for me. I had someone holding my head while he was
I don't
doing
remember.
that.
I remember the first one. The dentist ended up putting his leg up on the chair to get leverage. So that was kind of intimidating.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not pleasant.
No.
If I had have known it was going to be that traumatic, both physically and mentally, I may not have done that. And I'm still in pain. I don't like it.
No.
So that hasn't been nice. And then, unfortunately, I had to attend a funeral for someone I've known for pretty much most of my life.
Yeah.
So that wasn't very pleasant either. So it's been a week. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But that is what it is, unfortunately.
How it's life, isn't
That's
it?
it.
Just sometimes these sort of shitty things happen.
Yep. That's exactly right.
It's just why we have to make the most of it.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I always have Star Trek to rely on.
Well, you know we're watching Enterprise today, right?
Oh, can't we just skip to Next Generation or to Voyager?
We've got a long time before we get to Next Gen or Voyager, Tom. We've still got 2 seasons of Discovery, Strange New Worlds, the original series, the animated series, movies. Then we can get into Next Gen.
All right, I might just go home and watch an episode of Voyager.
Yeah. Good idea. My week's been pretty boring. Just a lot of work. A lot of report writing, which has not been fun. It's not my favorite. But I've only got 1 week left before I go on leave.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make sure I've got everything done that I need to get done. And because I'm away for the first couple of weeks of February, I'm just trying to make sure that things will still run while I'm away.
Nothing worse than getting back and your inbox is just full.
Yeah, well, I'm expecting that to happen, but like, there's a couple of events that I host on a regular basis that I need people to cover.
Yeah, okay.
And like groups that I'm hoping I can get someone to cover those as well, so that people don't miss out on that support that they're so reliant on. So yeah, just stuff like that. So it's all admin heavy and report writing and
Fun. Yeah,
yawn fest. Yeah, but anyway, I'm like 9 days away from flying away.
World of Disney.
Exactly. And when this episode comes out, I'll just be a couple of days away.
Yeah.
So yeah. No Trek news or anything this week. So let's go into this week's episode.
Alrighty. Awesome.
It is called Hatchery. Story by Andre Bormanis and Michael Sussman. Teleplay by Andre Bormanis. Directed by Michael Grossman, his first Enterprise gig after directing on Buffy and Angel.
Yeah, I thought the name sounded familiar.
Yeah, there you go. The original air date for this episode was February 25th, 2004. And the IMDb synopsis reads, Captain Archer orders the crew of Enterprise to save a Xindi-Insectoid hatchery.
Why? Just blow the fucker up.
I don't know.
That's good. That's good of him. That's very Starfleet of him.
It is very Starfleet of him.
It is, actually.
Save the children. Don't just spray them with, like, Raid.
Throw in a bug bomb. Woo!
We're going to tent this planet. But, again, we set course for Azadi Prime, 3-4 episodes ago?
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, we're still not there.
Well, fucking hell. Don't they have a proper warp drive or something?
They mustn't do.
Fucking hell.
Crazy. Must be pretty far away. But next week's episode is called Azadi Prime. So this must be the last episode before we get there.
Right, okay.
So, yeah. But yeah, anyway, let's go watch it.
Cool.
And we're back from watching Hatchery. Tom, what did you think?
Mm-hmm. Was an episode.
It was an episode.
It was an episode.
It was indeed.
Mm.
And what did you think of the episode?
Yeah, it's typical Enterprise.
Yeah.
Had potential and then just doesn't know how to pull it off properly.
Yeah.
It's not like their stories aren't like good ideas sometimes, but they're just not good.
This had the potential to be a really good episode.
Really good episode.
But some of the decisions that they made and the way they went about things just ruined it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it was so clear as an audience member what was happening really early on.
Yeah.
And the fact that it took so long for everyone else to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they did figure it out, they didn't do enough to fucking stop him before it escalated.
Exactly. Like, they were literally standing in front of him saying, like, come with us or we're going to relieve you of duty. And they didn't relieve him of duty.
Exactly.
Like, why? What? Like,
he could have just relieved him of duty then.
Yeah.
And that would have been it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have got to it wouldn't have escalated to shooting at each other on the bridge.
Exactly. Like, it made no sense.
No sense.
At all. Like, there was no logic to that. And it takes you out, doesn't it? Like, when you lose the logic, you lose all of it. Like, you just shake your head going, I don't even know why we're here.
Yeah.
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 It was frustrating.
It
really
was.
frustrating.
It was very frustrating. And there was a potential here for this story to be very, like a really good typical Star Trek story and a really good moral story.
Yeah.
Of, like, where the captain is trying to, like, teach them a lesson or, like, a couple of the crew members and divide the crew into, like, you know, of who agrees, who doesn't agree.
Yep.
Rather than making it a chemical reaction in his brain, it could have been an actual moral dilemma of, do we save the children or do we...
Of our enemy.
Of our enemy, or do we not?
Exactly.
Like, because it might affect us dramatically if we do. For the overall mission. Like, it could have been a really good moment, but they kind of just ruined it.
Yeah. And they didn't even really address it at the end about would he have done the same thing had he not been affected? Would
exactly.
Would he have tried to save the hatchlings and the eggs without that chemical reaction?
Yeah, exactly.
Because he talked in there about how just because we're at war doesn't mean we lose our humanity and all those sorts of things, which are all absolutely 100% correct.
And then telling the story about
his great-grandfather.
Exactly, the great-grandfather and the school. Like, so all of that was there, but then they don't address it.
They don't, there's not enough follow-through. There's not enough, like, actual...
depth to it.
Actual, like, risk. There's nothing in here that's... They just... sugarcoated or whitewashed it or whatever
you want to call it.
Yeah, they took away the actual gravity of the situation by making it a chemical reaction instead of actual moral character.
Yeah.
So now we don't know Is Archer actually of the opinion that he was doing the right thing? Yes, he might have gone too far because I agree with what he was doing in principle.
Yeah.
Do I think he should have sacrificed antimatter? No.
No.
I don't think you should risk your ship and your people to save the enemy's kids.
Yeah.
But absolutely do everything you can to try to save them while you can.
Yeah.
Like stay there for a fucking week and do it.
Yeah, that's
whatever
exactly
it takes,
right.
just not like to the detriment of your own people.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But I don't know what the captain thinks of that.
No, that's
because
right.
they never addressed it after the fact.
Exactly. And by all sense of every single other character on the ship, they all were like, well, what are we doing?
Yeah.
They all disagreed with that.
Even Tripp said, I want to take a torch down there or whatever.
Yeah,
Like he basically said, I'd rather burn them than try to help them.
Yeah, exactly. So according to what they're saying is that they all would rather not save them.
Yeah.
So what you can gather from that is that the captain wouldn't either, and they're all surprised by his behaviour.
Yeah.
So all you can really gather is that he wouldn't.
Yeah.
So he's not very moral anyway, even with his stories and shit.
No. Yeah. That's
Like-
that's the message, isn't it?
Yeah.
That the crew actually doesn't have any humanity because they're on a vengeance mission.
Yeah, that's right. They're on a vengeance mission, don't give a shit and don't give a fuck. And it was surprising to them that the captain even thought about doing it, and that's why they thought he was mentally incapacitated. Yeah, like it was so. Yeah, the moral stuff was all out the window, and it was wrong.
messy.
Yeah.
The message was messy. And it could have been a really fantastic episode that talked about the nuance of sacrifice and
war
and helping people, and
yeah,
it could have been a really strong episode.
Very strong.
It just was not done in an effective way.
Nope. And it just makes me think of things like Picard being strung up, and it's like the four lights, and it's like how dramatic that is and how emotionally impactful those episodes are, because they're so just real, aren't they? Like they're like they really hit, and then you get something like this that has that opportunity and they just like don't it means nothing. Like you walk away from it going, what the fuck was the point of any of it?
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Let's get into the episode.
Right.
We open on the bridge. The Enterprise is orbiting a brown and white looking planet, and they've detected a crashed Xindi ship. It doesn't look like a reptilian or a primate design, but it's definitely Xindi. So Archer orders a team to go down and investigate. We skip the credits and we see the crew in their EV suits going through the ship having a look.
We find a couple of bodies.
We do. We find a couple of insectoid bodies. So... Wait, Archer was with them? So Archer said to Reed, put a team together, and then he went on the mission anyway.
Yeah, that is true.
That's bizarre.
Why didn't he just get him
Why didn't
together?
Why didn't he just say, Trip, Reed, you're with me?
Yeah, that's right.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't realize, I didn't
even
put that together until just then.
Yeah. Didn't think about it.
Stupid. Like the rest of this episode. There was some good stuff in this episode. Anyway,
a couple, yeah.
Archer says they're going to take the bodies back to Enterprise for an autopsy, and they keep investigating. They find a computer interface. Reed starts talking about how he was fascinated with insects when he was a kid. He used to fill it up with bugs and drive his mother crazy. And
that was his dad. And I said, well, scoop one up, stick it in a jar.
That's right. You did too. You did too. Then they find a door that's been reinforced. It's like a big, heavy fucking hatch.
We're flashing between two scenes here because we got the captain and DePaul on a different part of the ship while he's going into the hatchery, essentially, isn't it?
I don't know. It says hatchery airlock.
Yeah. So they go in and find all the hanging eggs and stuff in there. They call the captain. You better come and have a look.
Yep.
So he comes and joins them.
Yep.
And there's all the grossy looking
eggs and shit
and stuff
hanging from
around.
the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they say there's 31 eggs that are still viable. They won't survive for long. And Archer suggests trying to repair it.
Yeah. They said it'll take about 3 days or so. Oh, no, he said he didn't know how to even get it
No,
started.
he said had no idea where to even start. And then he said, Archer says to get the shuttlecraft out of their port bay and get it back to the ship to do a tactical systems analysis. And so half the people leave, and then T'Pol and Archer are talking about command functions and the bridge and shit. And then one of the dangling eggs has like this tentacly thing that comes out and like sprays Archer on the face with some sort of liquid. So T'Pol makes sure he goes to sick bay, so he cut up there, and Flock says it was a mild neurotoxin, like an autonomic defense system.
Yeah.
And so he just put some analgesic on it and says that should be okay.
Yep. But I mean, seriously, any sci-fi thing, like, I mean, if I was out in space and come across alien eggs anywhere, I'm just going the other fucking way. I'm like shutting the door, getting in my ship.
I don't want anything to hug
off.
my face.
That's right, exactly. But we saw nothing. Tell no one. We're fucking off.
Planet? There was a planet in that system?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
While he's in sickbay, T'Pol comes in and says that they've found the armory on the Xindi ship. They've found several particle weapons and torpedo casings. And Archer asks about the data that they've recovered. And T'Pol says that Hoshi is working on translating, and they'll be ready to leave orbit as soon as the shuttle's aboard, the Xindi shuttle. Inside the shuttle pod that is towing the Xindi shuttle, we've got Reed and Major Hayes, and they've got the 2 insectoid bodies in body bags behind them. Something jolts, one of them falls down. Anyway, Hayes is like super cautious that these insects are in hibernation rather than dead, which is just stupid.
Ridiculous.
And then he says he wants to schedule more target practice for the senior officers on Monday, and Reed says, well, that won't go over well with Commander Tucker. Monday night is movie night. And Hayes gives him a lecture about sacrificing leisure time for the sake of the mission. Ridiculous. It's just more dick measuring bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought we were over this. I thought they fought this out.
Yeah.
But anyway, they get back to the ship, and then we cut to the ready room. Archer is hanging out. T'Pol and Trip come in and say that they figured out what happened to the Xindi ship. One of the nacelles fractured when they were coming out of the subspace vortex, and they probably tried to make an emergency landing and ended up crashing. The insectoids didn't die in the crash. They rerouted all their life support to the hatchery and let themselves just die.
Yeah, die of suffocation.
They suffocated, because they wanted to save the children as much as they could, which was nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It says something about the Xindi, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Archer says that he wants to stay longer and he wants to repair as much of the hatchery as they can. And T'Pol asks, what about Azadi Prime? He says it's not going anywhere. This is a sentient species. We can't just abandon them.
Yep.
Totally agree.
Absolutely.
Trip says that he's got half a mind to take a plasma torch to the place.
Yeah, right.
And Archer says, well, if we found a nursery filled with 31 infant primates, would you want to torch them? The Xindi are trying to destroy Earth because they heard that humans are ruthless. This is a chance to prove them wrong.
Exactly.
Totally agree.
Yep.
And even if it wasn't that, still the right thing to do.
That's right. Regardless of whether anyone's watching or not.
Exactly.
You still do the right fucking thing.
Exactly. So they talk about some other options, but in the end, he makes his decision, and that's it. We're going to stay, and we're going to try to fix the hatchery.
Yeah.
We get a captain's log saying that they've been in orbit for more than a day. The crew is getting restless. They're eager to resume their mission, but he's certain that he's made the right decision. And I agree. He has made the right decision.
He has.
But we cut to the Xindi shuttle where Travis and Trip are studying and trying to figure out how to run the shuttle. And nothing really happens.
Not really. They hit a button.
They hit a button. They complain about the chairs and the power goes off, and then we cut away. So nothing really happens in that shot. But in the mess hall, Reed and Trip are sharing a meal. Reed's asking Trip if he knows how long the captain's planning on staying in orbit. And he says that everything's moving a bit slower, so I'm not sure. Actually, Travis is there as well. And Reed and Travis are both basically saying, we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be doing this. We should just let them die. Like, you know, it's odd that we're... No. And Trip, even though he actually agrees.
Yeah.
He agrees with what Reed and Travis are saying.
Yeah.
He still defends what the captain's done
Yeah.
and says the captain thinks this is the right thing to do. We're at war, but these creatures need our help.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at least he's defending the choice. Because even though he wouldn't have made that choice, he understands why that choice was made.
Exactly. Yeah.
We cut to sickbay. Phlox is doing an autopsy on one of the insectoids. And Archer comes in and Phlox tells him that the species is genderless, that they reproduce asexually, like each adult can produce multiple egg sacs.
Yeah.
And that their lifespan is about 12 Earth years. Archer asks how long until the eggs mature, and Phlox says he doesn't really know, but he'd say maybe a week at most. Phlox tries to encourage the captain to get some sleep because clearly he hasn't had any rest or anything for a while.
Or a shower, or even changed his uniform.
He's still in the dirty uniform from the spray in the face.
Yeah.
We cut to the Xindi ship, and standing outside the hatchery door is a Mako officer.
Yeah.
So T'Pol's coming in to try to talk to the captain, and there's a guard at the door who lets her in, and she comes in to give Archer a report on the tactical analysis of the ship, of the shuttle that they took up. And Archer basically says, later, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. And then T'Pol starts questioning why there's Makos stationed everywhere. Like, why are they here?
Yeah, what's the point?
And he says that the eggs are vulnerable. There's breaches in the outer hull. There could be predators on the surface. Like, we need to protect the eggs. So right here is where it starts to be like, okay, there's something else going on here. Like right here.
Yeah. This exact moment, everyone's like, hang on a second.
But no one does anything. Everyone just keeps on keeping on. Like right here is where I'd be saying, well, actually, just in the next bit, because while they're still there, they do a test run of this power relay thing, and one of the eggs explodes and kills a couple of the little babies.
Yeah, and
he calls like a medical emergency and like freaks out and whatever. And right then, that is the point where I would have been like, okay, I think we need to maybe get you into sickbay for a little bit. Let's do a test.
Let's just scan, just out of interest's sake.
That's right. You know, maybe we missed something with that spray. Like maybe we just missed something.
You know, maybe you just need something to calm you down, even if that's it.
Yeah, exactly. But no one does anything. He gets frustrated. He asks about the translation from Hoshi, who says, and T'Pol says that the iconography is quite different, so it's taking longer than expected. And he says, well, as soon as she's done, search their database and see if you can locate anything about burial rituals. Because he wants to have a funeral for this
tiny
little insect baby.
Yeah. Which actually looked impressive.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Yeah, did look cool.
Gross, but cool.
Yeah.
Trip calls while they're there to say that they've figured out the problem with the power grid and it's going to take a few more days to fix if they want to go that way. Archer asks if you can just get the reactor online, and he said, well, we probably could, but they lost most of their antimatter, so we'd have to use our antimatter, and that's probably not a good thing.
Yeah.
Archer orders him and T'Pol to do that. We're going to transfer our antimatter to their ship as much as they have to get it to work. And T'Pol is saying our reserves are at less than 60% already.
Yeah.
Like,
not a good idea.
Not a good idea. And Archer says, bad luck. Tough shit. I'm doing it anyway. Crazy. And still no one's questioning it.
Not a single person goes, no.
Nope. No. In the command center, Trip is letting Reed and T'Pol know that they will need to use a third of their antimatter reserves to fix the ship because every system on the ship is integrated. So the only way to bring back support for the hatchery is to power up the whole thing. And T'Pol and Reed are quite concerned that that's not going to leave a lot of antimatter for them, like not only for the engines but for the weapons and whatever else they need.
Yeah.
It's just not viable to use our antimatter, that much of our antimatter, to save this Xindi hatchery.
Yeah.
T'Pol says, don't do it.
Yeah.
I'll speak to the captain. Hold.
Yeah.
Please hold. In the hatchery, Archer's still trying to repair some stuff. Major Hayes is standing guard in there as well.
Yeah.
T'Pol comes in and he just asks where Trip is. Did you bring the antimatter? And T'Pol says no. And she says that she basically says we can't do this.
Can't do it. Yeah.
And he says we fucking can do it. I'm the fucking captain and we fucking will. And she says no. There are billions of lives on Earth that are waiting for us to do the right thing.
Yeah.
This is compromising that. He's like, we can spare it, whatever. I'm the captain. Blah.
Yeah.
She disobeys his order and says, nope, I'm not going to do it. Absolutely not. And he has her relieved of duty and escorted back to the ship and confined to quarters.
Yeah. Which,
again,
yeah.
When is someone going to do something?
That's it. Like, hello, shit's going bad here. But no.
Nope.
Still continuing.
Nope. We cut to a little bit later. We're in Archer's quarters. He comes out of the bathroom. He's obviously showered and shaved and cleaned up a bit. And Trip comes in and says that the first shuttle pod is on its way to the surface with antimatter, and it will take 4 or 5 hours to transport all the barrels of antimatter down to the planet.
Who he wants his second in command now.
And Archer says, no, I'm not interested in changing the command structure. This is temporary. T'Pol just needed a slap on the wrist. And Trip basically says, well, I need one too.
That's it.
Because I don't agree. I don't agree that we're doing the right thing. He says, if the roles were reversed, I can't imagine these Xindi would do the same for us.
Yeah.
That is not the point.
That's it, exactly.
That's when Archer gives a story about his great-grandfather in North Africa during the eugenics war.
Yeah.
That they were trying to evacuate a school full of children that was directly between them and the enemy. The enemy were firing at them, and instead of returning fire because they didn't want to hit the school, he called the commander on the other side and got him to agree to hold fire long enough to evacuate the kids. And then, I guess they just shot each other.
Yeah, then they just killed each other anyway. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he says there are rules even in war.
Yeah. And
we have to help these children. So I think he kind of convinced Trip that they were kind of maybe doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Even though they're not.
No.
In the armory, we see Reed and Hayes again. Hayes has done some battle simulations on the Xindi ships, even though Reed asked for shield analysis. But Hayes used the simulation to find vulnerability in the shielding around the impulse manifolds.
His game, Gary. Used his game.
That's what Reed says, yeah. Can't stop playing games and do the analysis. Like, well, it's not a game, buddy. But yeah. So anyway, he found a thing that was going to work, and then they have a quick conversation about what happened with T'Pol down on the surface and being relieved of duty. He said he doesn't disagree with the captain's decision. If one of my men disobeyed orders, I'd throw him in the stockade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a necessary sentence because of what happens later.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Outside T'Pol's quarters, there is a guard, and Trip wants to see T'Pol. He convinces the guard to let him in, saying that he's not there for a social visit, he's there for neuropressure treatment, doctor's orders, and so he lets him in.
Mm-hmm.
In the quarters, Trip is updating T'Pol on the antimatter situation. She's telling him, you can't let him do this. This is ridiculous. He's becoming increasingly illogical, even for a human. He's displaying signs of paranoia. You need to get Phlox to run an exam on him.
Yeah.
He's hesitant to do that because, one, it's his friend, and two, it's his captain.
That's it.
So,
if they try him.
But yeah, but suppose like if there is something wrong with him, we need to relieve him of duty so that we can protect the ship.
Yeah.
She ends the conversation saying you can't allow your personal feelings for the captain to affect your decision. We both know he's endangering the ship.
Yeah.
So, done.
We need to do something.
Done.
Anything.
On the bridge, Reed is in command, and there is a subspace vortex that opens, and one of the Insectoid ships comes out. They approach Enterprise firing weapons.
Yeah.
They fire back. They start to fly away. Reed orders the Enterprise to pursue and shoots them.
Yeah.
and destroys them.
Yeah, using the vulnerability found earlier.
Yep.
Blows them up.
Archer comes in and asks what the hell's going on. Reed tells him what's happening, and he gets angry at Reed.
Oh, yeah,
like, he destroyed the ship. Like, they could have been able to take care of the hatchery. They could have fixed the antimatter situation, and we could have kept ours and gone on with our mission.
Yeah.
And Reed rightly is like, well, they would have given us away. Like, they could have told their superiors they weren't talking to us. They just come in firing.
Yeah.
Archer relieves him of duty too.
Go to your quarters.
Go to your room.
That's it. No supper for you.
Daddy Archer is mad. You go to your room.
Now, to be fair, Reed didn't even try to talk to him. I know they come in shooting.
Yes.
But I mean, he could have shot back like he was while he had a communications open going, look, we're not here. We found some eggs.
They also can't talk to each other. So I'm not sure that it would have helped because it would have just been mumble.
Well, surely the Xindi would know how to translate English by now.
Why?
Well, because they're going after the humans. So they've studied a little bit of humans.
Have they?
Well, they had people from the Xindi going back in time.
Yeah, that was the...
yeah, I know. It was
the
that was
insectoids.
the other ones. But, surely they mix and talk to each other, right?
I don't know. They don't look like they're very friendly on that council.
No, I suppose. But I would have thought they'd at least do that kind of thing.
Look, maybe. Who knows?
You would have tried, right?
Well, I would have. I would have sent a hail and said, hey, we're trying to save your kids.
Yeah, there's kids on the planet here that we're here looking after. Come and fucking,
come and take over and we'll leave you to it.
That's right. Shoot us all you want, but you fucking got kids down here we're trying to look after.
Yep. You would have tried. Probably wouldn't have worked, and Reed would have had to shoot them anyway.
Would have had to have done the same thing, but at least you would be able to go, I tried. I fucking tried.
Reed just leaves after being dismissed from duty. And then Archer asks Hoshi if the translation is done, and she said almost. And he says, as soon as it's done, put together a distress call in their language and transmit it on all frequencies. Crazy decision.
Yeah. Nuts.
We cut to the ready room. Archer is giving Hayes a promotion, basically, saying that his senior officers don't seem to understand what he's trying to do. And I need people that are going to follow my orders and respect the chain of command. Can you do that? And Hayes is like, yes, sir.
Certainly can,
every day, sir. That's
yes,
all.
Sir.
I can't even think for myself, sir.
Yes, sir. Anything, sir. I'll bend over for you, sir.
So Archer leaves him in command while he goes back down to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
In the launch bay, Archer is loading up a shuttle pod with some canisters, and Troop and Phlox walk in to try to get him to go to sickbay for a proper scan.
Yeah.
They have a big argument. Archer threatens to lock them up as well. I've already locked up 2 senior officers. I can make it 4.
Yeah.
But nope, not today. They end up walking out.
Which
instead.
is ridiculous, because this is the moment you and me were like, why are you not relieving him of duty?
Well, Phlox even says, if you don't come with me, I'll be required under Starfleet Order 104 Section C to relieve you of command.
Yeah.
And then, then doesn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just bizarre. Phlox holds all the power right now.
Yeah.
Clearly there is something affecting his decision-making. He's not doing the right thing for the mission. He's jeopardizing the safety and well-being of the crew.
Yeah.
Not just the mission, the crew, because he wants to transmit a fucking distress call so that every fucking Xindi ship in the sector can fucking come to them immediately.
Exactly.
So everything is at risk.
Yeah.
And you just say, well, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to relieve you of duty, and then walk out.
Not doing it.
It's just fucking stupid.
It is.
It's fucking stupid.
Very stupid.
They should have relieved him of duty.
Yeah.
This is where the episode could have picked up, because they could have relieved him of duty, cured him of the problem, and then still fixed the fucking hatchery another way, and left.
Yeah, exactly.
And we would have had the humanity still.
Yeah.
And the crew would have worked together to solve a problem rather than splitting them again.
Exactly. Absolutely. Because the captain still would have come out from his haze and them still go, well, look, we need to actually save this hatchery the right way.
Yeah.
Come up with a solution, and then left a beacon of,
a distress call as a beacon after they could fly away.
As they flew off.
Exactly.
Would have worked perfectly.
Yep. That would have made this episode a fucking
a brilliant episode.
It would have been right up there with one of the best in the series.
Absolutely. Would have been perfect.
Nope.
No, they fucked it.
They just walked out.
Yep.
then as they were walking out, Phlox pulls a tricorder out of his pocket. Like he was secretly scanning him the whole time.
Yeah.
In sickbay, Phlox and Trip are reviewing the scan, and it basically says there's nothing wrong. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with him.
Yeah.
But it's not a deep
enough.
scan. They need to put him in the imaging chamber to to do a proper scan.
Yeah. Which they should have known anyway.
Yeah. So at
'Cause
this point, Hayes has got the bridge. There are Mako guards posted all over the ship.
Yeah.
And
The
Trip's
captain's down on
basically
the plane.
like, we need to have a mutiny.
Yeah.
Like, there's not really anything else we can do. So
Because we didn't relieve the captain of duty, so
When we
therefore
could've.
we have to fucking go on a mutiny.
exactly. And if they had done that in the fucking shuttle bay,
Yeah.
with the Makos watching,
Yeah.
they would have understood what was going on.
Yep.
Because yes, they follow the chain of command, but Phlox is at the top of this fucking pyramid at the moment.
That's right. He has the command there.
Exactly.
So he would have actually been in charge.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to just skip over a little bit because they just...
It's all fighty.
It's all fighty. And Enterprise gets like this. They have these
moments
these
of-
possibly complex and interesting stories that they resolve with shooting
Yeah.
or violence in some capacity.
Yep.
So
Shooting
anyway,
punchy.
they shoot a bunch of people. They get control of the ship again. Like Trip and T'Pol, they take back control from the Makos. Down on the planet, Trip and another guy beam down and stun the captain, basically,
Yeah.
so that
After
he
he
can go
walks
back to
around
the
and-
sick bay.
They try to do this scene that's meant to be creepy. But did you get creepy vibes? I didn't really get creepy vibes.
No.
He was just putting his hand up and little baby insectoid guys were
It was crawling all
crawling
over
on him.
Yeah,
But
no.
it wasn't creepy.
No, it was a little baby.
Yeah,
Who
they're little
cares?
babies. Like, that was fun.
Yeah, they were playing it for like, oh my God.
Yeah, but you didn't come across like that.
No,
I knew that's what they were trying, but it wasn't.
didn't land.
But anyway, yeah.
Trip shoots Archer and then calls Phlox to say, I've got a patient for you, get the imaging chamber ready. We get a shot of the Enterprise at warp with a acting Captain Starlog saying, we've resumed our course for Azadi Prime. Major Hayes and his men have been temporarily relieved of duty. Dr. Phlox believes he has found an explanation for the captain's behavior. Then we go to sickbay, because there's a bunch of people there, and Phlox is giving a lecture on neurochemical whatever. So, yeah, we get this like long explanation of what happened when basically it was what was it? Reverse imprinting.
Yeah.
So that spray just made him really protective.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which we all gathered anyway.
Which we figured out on page 2. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Everyone leaves except for Hayes and Reed are standing there for a moment. And Hayes says this isn't the sort of thing they trained us for at West Point. And Reed says, I imagine not. And Hayes says, you could have come to me, explain the situation. And he says, we couldn't take the chance that you'd side with the captain. And Hayes says, I probably would have. And yeah, he probably would have because he's already indicated that.
Yeah.
That he's a follow the orders guy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's not-
right.
He's not an independent thinker.
No, I don't look at the big picture. I just take
No,
orders.
that's right. We cut to Archer's quarters and he is having a nap with Porthos by his side, and the doorbell rings and Trip comes in. Trip's come in to basically apologize for shooting him.
Yeah.
Archer just says we need to put this behind us.
Yeah.
We've recovered our antimatter. The hatchlings are probably going to survive now. They've hatched. There's 19 of them that are probably going to survive long enough to be found. And then Archer says it's time to get back on the road. I'm like,
We already are.
We already are on the road.
Set a course for...
Yeah, set a course for Azadi Prime.
Sure, Captain. We're already fucking going there.
Yep,
but fine. Yeah. I can go back to bed, Captain. Fucking Jesus.
Yeah, which is what he does. And that's the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the episode. Heavy sigh.
I think we've talked enough about where
yeah.
this episode could have improved.
Yeah.
Good concept, some good elements, but just the execution again fails.
Yeah. And they're just not they're just not good. It does this a fair amount, like good ideas.
I just don't like that there's so much like aggression. Like so many of Enterprise episodes end with violence and shooting and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm not opposed to that. I don't mind a good fight. I don't mind a good battle scene, all of those things. But that shouldn't be the only way they fucking de-escalate a situation is to shoot it.
Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be the default, especially like Star Trek's not that.
That's not how Star Trek resolve problems.
No. It's ridiculous.
Anyway, all right. What's the life lesson in this one, Tom?
Well, should we go with the one they should have went with, which was like, there's always innocence. Like there's...
That conflict doesn't erase morality.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so that. I didn't know how to word it properly, but you knew what I was trying to get at there.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to phrase that, because I couldn't word it in my own head, but that's perfect. Because just because you've got stuff going on like that, you need to still have your morals set in the right place. Otherwise you could be...
And it's a lesson that's transferable to anything. Just because, like, even if you're having a personal crisis, it doesn't mean that you get to treat other people badly. Like, you know what? That's just humanity.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Don't lose your humanity. Yeah. All right. Let's talk IMDb ratings. Our examples of 1 episodes are Enterprise Extinction and Next Gen's Code of Honor. Examples of 10 episodes are Next Gen's Tapestry and Deep Space Nine's Far Beyond the Stars. What would we rate Hatchery?
What did we rate last week?
Last week was Doctor's Orders, and we gave that a 3. And the week before that was Harbinger, and we gave that a 3.
Yeah, this has got to be lower than last time.
Well, you know what? I probably enjoyed this more than I enjoyed last week's.
Did you?
Yeah, because last week was just Dr. Phlox talking to himself for 45 minutes. So for me, I would say it's probably on par. I would give this a 3 as well.
Well, I suppose it was okay to watch.
I would have got a higher score if they did something better.
Yeah.
But I think the setup and I
suppose
to a
on the
point it was
context
good.
of Enterprise, it was probably all right. So, okay, you've taught me around to a 3.
Okay, we'll go with
3.
3.
We'll go with.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
All right. If you are a fan of this episode, please let us know why. If you're a fan of Enterprise, let us know your thoughts. Or just Star Trek in general, please feel free to get in touch and join in the conversation. You can find us on Facebook at Temporal Directive Podcast and on Instagram, just Temporal Directive. And you can email us at wakefield_productions@outlook.com. We'll be back next week with the episode Azadi Prime. Finally.
Finally.
Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.